Carlos,
How are you?
I'm very well, and yourself?
I'm grateful and happy and grateful.
That's a good way to be. That's the way you always are. You never seem to be down.
No, there's no time to hang around with the victim mentality. That it's kind of boring, predictable, and pathetic.
Well, Carlos Santana, welcome to Australian Musician.
Yes, thank you. I love it.
We're talking to you because you have this fabulous new album out called Blessings and Miracles. First of all, why the title, Blessings and Miracles?
I wanted people to understand that we have been imbued when we were inside the womb of our mothers. We were imbued, giving a gift, a heavenly powers to create blessings and miracles, like Jesus creating water into wine, like Merlin creating whatever he created with the Excalibur. You know, every human being in this planet has the power to create blessings and miracles. However, the world programs you. You know, there's imbued and being programmed. The world and certain religions program you to be a perpetual failure, you know, not worthy of God's grace or your light. And they imbued you with you buying in. It's almost like they create like I don't know, and I don't know if in Australia you got Halloween, but in here we have Halloween, and every day is Halloween fear, but no candy, you know? And so I wanted to create a music and create a title called Blessings and Miracles so that everyone is reminded that you can will a delicious life. Last thing I want to say about that is that heaven and happiness is not a condition or a destination. It's a conscious decision.
Sure, yeah. Carlos, you say in the press release about this album that the pandemic was not really a hurdle in the recording of the album. And I interviewed your friend John McLaughlin earlier this year about his album, Liberation Time. And he said the same thing, that once the headphones were on, the artists were with him. Is that how you felt?
Pretty much, yes. Because we've been imbued with a really powerful imagination. We can just close our eyes and picture right next to us the artists that we're sharing with and exchanging.
Yeah.
Time and space is an illusion to light, spirit, and soul.
Yeah. I believe these songs were recorded originally with Rick Rubin, and you parked them for a little while, then came back to them. Is that correct?
This is correct. 3 songs: America for Sale, Peace, Power, Power of Peace, and Mother Yes.
Yeah. There are so many shades of Carlos Santana on this album. For instance, Ghost of Future Paul New Light could easily fit on the Caravanserai album. Santana Celebration could easily fit on Abraxas. Move could fit on Supernatural. Was it intentional to cover so much ground sonically?
Yes, thank you for asking that. I discovered a long time ago, without not knowing until just recently, that I truly am a multidimensional spirit. And so what multidimensional spirits can manifest many different variety of expressions. I can go to Ireland and learn and play Oh Danny Boy and add Nature Boy on it, you know. Oh, and stretch it out, and really stretch it out, make it personal. And make them one. So I can go to Japan, or Africa, or anywhere I want to go, and really learn the melody, visit it, and I become part of the family.
Yeah. The track Angel Choir altogether is a very special track with Chick and Gail Correa. Tell me about your musical relationship with Chick, your memories as a friend, and how this track came about.
Oh, well, thank you for asking that. The first time I met him was in 1970. We wanted to open for Miles Davis, but at that time, our friend and kind of manager, Bill Graham, says, no, Miles Davis is going to open up for you because that's the way it is. You know, he's going to open up for you. And then so I met him because he was with Miles Davis, along with the other incredible keyboard player was Keith Jarrett. You know, and I was like, I was very young, but I knew that I was in deep water, you know, with this musicians like Chick Corea and Keith Jarrett and Miles.
Yeah. So how did this track come about?
You know, we've been talking about doing something since 1970, and finally this early this spring, this song arrived from Chick, and as soon as we received it, I knew that I wanted to, you know, he played all his parts he in it, you know. So all I had to do was just add the band, Cindy playing drums and Benny playing bass and Carl playing timbales and myself playing guitar, of course. And a friend of mine, Dave Matthews, playing electric vibes like Cal Jader. And it sounds like 1958 Cal Jader with Mongo Santa Maria kind of track anyway. And Gail, we still stay in touch. I talk to her every day. And I love the angelic choir that she put in front of it. See, Chick and I, we love Spanish music. We love long legato melodies are the ones that people take home with them.
Yeah. The track with Kirk Hammett and Mark Oseguedo, America for Sale, is probably one of the heaviest tracks you've ever recorded. I was wondering what was going on with your tone. Did it take a while to get the tone that you wanted for that track?
No, not the first time. The first time, you know, because the foundation of the first one, we did it with Rick Rubin. We were recording like 8 to 9 songs a day because we honestly recorded 49 songs in 10 days. So I wasn't worried about tone as much as like get it done, completed, next song, get it done, completed, next song. But when it came to like taking the song now, 3 or 4 years later, and making something out of it, adding lyrics and inviting my brother Kirk Hammett and Mark, I did have to get some tones a little bit, you know, in the beginning. I was just at the studio watching Kirk Hammett have a go at it, and I gave, well, wait a minute, you're having so much fun. I gotta get back in there. And so I strapped on my guitar, and we both had a meaningful, soulful guitar conversation. Some people call it dueling banjos, but I don't. I call it a soulful conversation.
Yeah. I spoke to you back in 2008 at the NAMM show. You just released the MD guitar. Was that used at all on this album, or was it mainly the Santana too?
No, it's just mainly the new gold guitar single cut for this one.
Okay. This track on the album dedicated to your wife, Song for Cindy. I had the pleasure of interviewing Cindy earlier this year about her album and her She Rocks award, which you must have been very proud of. I'm wondering how often you guys just jam when you're home?
She prayed for me and I prayed for her. And we have what you call a divine arrangement. When we play in the band and when we're at home, we're always mindful and even mindless. Probably is more accurate, mindless, because we don't want to think. We just want to feel. She looks at me and I look at her, and we have become one entity. both of us, lovers, and another frequency where it's not about anything other than I want to compliment her and she wants to compliment me and everything that we do.
Yeah. Your children, Stella and Salvador, are also on this album. How did those songs come about? Did they bring the songs to you? Did you bring the songs to them?
They brought the songs to me. As I was saying, Divine Intelligence orchestrated all this to happen. So I hear this song 2 or 3 times within 2 days, somewhere hovering in the ether. And then I said, okay, this is enough. I got to find out who that song, who is playing that song. It's very haunting and I want it, but it sounds like something from Europe. So I Shazammed it and hound dog it. And then my son face appeared. I was like, oh my God, this song is for my son. He wrote the song. So I called him and I said, hey son, I can't stop playing your song. What do you think if I put guitar on it and bring Cindy in the band and we play it on it and we put it on my album? And I heard some deep, profound silence. And then I heard, are you kidding? And I'm like, no, man, I'm actually not kidding. I'm totally serious. And the same thing with Stella. I heard this song, Breathing Underwater. And she sent it to me. And once I got it, for about 2 days straight, I put it on loop. And I said, honey, you know, I can't stop playing your song. It really sounds like I'm in Zurich, somewhere in Vienna or somewhere, 6 o'clock in the morning in Europe. What do you think if I play my guitar on it and put it on my album? Again, deep silence. And then, are you kidding? I'm like, no, honey. And so, you know, I'm very, very grateful. I'm telling you with total specificity and clarity and efficiency, Divine Intelligence orchestrated all of these things to happen. 60% of the artists on this album, I have yet to meet in person and shake their hand. A lot of it was done with Zoom and by streaming.
Yeah, that's incredible. Is there a track on the album that is closer to your heart than others?
Don't tell anybody. But Why Is Shade Pale with Stevie Winwood singing it, it's just primo, like they say it in Hawaii. It's primo, you know, because his voice is so iconic. And the way he plays organ, I loved him since the beginning, and also with Traffic and when he plays with Eric Clapton. So I'm the one that had the idea of like, hey, listen, I hear you. And I put it to him, and it took him like 20 seconds to actually hear it. And then he responded after 20 seconds, like, oh, I hear it. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. You know, let's do White as Shade Pale, you and I, but let's make it more African, Cuban, Puerto Rican, Guajira, ultra sexy. And I think he liked that word because he said yes.
With yet another album released, you'll be playing some of these songs live in concert. Is it more difficult to create a set list with each new album?
No, you know, it's funny because now that where I am, I crystallize anything to do with being nervous or hesitant or fear. We start with the beginning with the first three songs from the first 3 albums: Soul Sacrifice, Jingle Evil Ways, Black Magic Woman, Gypsy Queen, Oye Como Va, Samba Pati. And then we go into the 3rd album, which was like She's Not There, But You're Gonna Want to Dependent. Then we introduce everything that's new, and even thing new that we haven't even recorded. And then from there we segue into Supernatural, which is Yaleo and everything Maria, and Smooth like that. So we usually play like 90 minutes to 2 hours, and we're able to fit it all in without making it desperate or frantic. Making, you know, you gotta like really visit and honor each note.
Yeah. Any chance that some of these collaborators might join you on stage at some point?
Yes, some of them want to do it here and there. We're planning on doing something in spring in one theater here in Las Vegas, all of us at the same time, and maybe even some new songs that we haven't even recorded yet.
Okay.
I would love to take this to Australia. You
Yeah.
know, take the whole group in one airplane and just tour with the Blessings and Miracles tour with everybody who played it on.
Yeah, I see you have a 2 or 3 month gap early next year, so feel free to come down.
Hey, if they invite us to play at the Opera House, we'll park ourselves there for a month. and we'll transmit it from there. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Thank you so much.
Carlos, when a band starts out, they have to take all their gear with them in a van. Then when you become successful, you have people that do that for you. I'm wondering, when you go to a gig, from the hotel to the gig, is there something you still take with you? Guitar picks, good luck charms, anything?
That's a great question. I take enthusiasm, purity, and innocence. I discover purity and innocence so I can penetrate the unknown and unpredictability. Because see, when you have purity and innocence, everything's like a child that goes to Disneyland. You're thirsty for adventure. You know, I don't ever want to play music like I'm doing a typewriter thing. You know, like I love playing the guitar like I don't know how to play the guitar. I purposely sometimes more than pretend that I don't know, excuse me, what the hell I'm doing, because that's where the nice energy comes from. If you play everything like you know it and you know it and you know it, then you're like a parakeet repeating stuff, you know? But I don't want to play like that. I want to play like Miles Davis said, play like you don't know how to play.
Yeah. Are there any bucket list projects that you have in the back of your mind that you want to get to one day?
Absolutely. We're going to do about 7 things. One is I want to do is like a ballads album. I want to do an album with Eric Clapton and Derek Trucks and the Mexican, which is me. And we want to create music for UFOs and Western soundtrack like The Good, Bad, and the Ugly and UFOs. And Eric liked the idea. He's like, oh my God, yeah, let's do that. No songs necessarily for radio or no songs, just moods. You know, when you listen to the soundtracks of Good, Bad, and the Ugly and also the science fiction, Flying Saucers. I also want to do a tribute to Sonny Chirac, one of my greatest influence, and by John McLaughlin and Vernon Reid, all the baddest guitar players, and only do Sonny Chirac songs. I want to call the album Jubilation. So I have a lot of things that I want to create still. It's important for me to keep my mind busy so that my spirit can relax.
One of the amazing things you're behind is the Malagro Foundation. Can you tell me a bit about what the foundation is doing at the moment?
Yes, we do this and we can do that, and with the energy, which people call money from touring and royalties and all that, we're able to send funds to Africa or American Indians reservations and bring supply fresh, pure water or books for education. In some places in Africa, if you don't have a uniform and shoes, you cannot get into the schools. So, and also to help people stop suiciding. There's a lot of things that we do with Santana Milagro locally and globally in order to help humans discover their own sense, help humans discover their own deep sense of self-worth. Woo, it came out. You know, that's really important to me because a lot of people have very low self-esteem about themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What are you most proud of in your music career?
What I'm most proud of touring with Wayne Shorter. I'm proud of that Miles Davis was one of my best friends. He would call me all the time, all hours of the night. And I'm proud that my phone never stopped ringing, whether it was Stevie Ray or Pharoah Sanders. You know, I'm not just dropping names. I'm telling you all the people that I am, and they are me. There used to be a bass player, he was an incredible bass player. I think he played with Little River Band from Australia. He was kind of like the Jacko of Australia, you know? And so I made a lot of friends who are like really, really supreme musicians, I call, around the world. And what I'm most proud of is that they always call me to check in with me, see what I was into.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Carlos, Blessings and Miracles is a fantastic album. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we do hope to see you in Australia, or sooner the better.
Yes, I want to call it spending time with the koala bears. No, not the koala bears, with the hairy-nosed wombat. Hairy-nosed wombat blues. How about that?
Sounds great.
Thanks, Ben.
Carlos, it's been great to chat. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.